missing a rod holder?
Yeah, it's snapped off.
It snapped off?
Yeah, I actually got it laying back. Been meaning to give it back to you
No shit.
to do a little weld.
You're fucking kidding me.
No.
Holy fuck.
It was before it was one of the ones just had that little flange on. I was beating it in.
Okay.
And it was
Damn.
so. I guarantee this spot in the summer though will be a heck of a place to catch some channel cat.
It'd be a heck of a place to get the fist fight too.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers up there, you gotta shoot them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nobody's in here yet. Friday though, middle of the day. Well, I got one person in. How we doing, y'all? I said get down to the mouth of this thing though.
Oh yeah.
That's where it'd be. Hey, what's going on, Annette? Trying a new spot today. I got off work early and there's a Merrimack River, so I'm gonna drive home. I figured I'd give it a shot. I've never fished here before, and I actually set up down further, and I had 12 ounces of lead, and lead wasn't holding. This river is ripping. So I found a little slack spot on the backside of a boat ramp. So I'm gonna give it a shot for a while, see what happens. This one I should have bought a thing of crawlers.
Yeah.
Up there and just see what, if I get some sturgeon or something,
You never know. That wouldn't be a bad thing.
No. Well, that spot right there below Chestnut, that sandbar, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
People was catching the crap out of sturgeon right there last year. Hey, what's going on, Jelly? Tim Donna, how we doing? We're trying a brand new spot I've ever tried. We're on the Merrimack River. It has got some current. I had to relocate. I had 12 ounces of lead and it was not sticking, so we moved up here to a little slacker where water's not as deep. But I'm just kind of wondering with this warmer weather it has, if they'll come up. Because the Mississippi River, probably, what do you figure, Rob, half a mile?
Yeah.
Mississippi River, about a half mile from here. Hey, James Kirkpatrick. Hey, Matt. Yeah, we're going to give it a shot. Man, I got Rob with me. Actually, he was in the neighborhood. And
Hey.
so, but, this spot, you catch it right, it'd be killer. White bass should start around here very, very soon.
Yeah. Man, that's fun.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, Chucky. Surf Fans, how we doing? Guys, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do any good here. This is the first time I've ever fished this spot.
I was off yesterday today.
And I'm about a half mile from the Mississippi, up another river called the Merrimack, here in Missouri.
Just between you and me, if you ever get yourself in a bind like that,
so I figured I'd give it a shot.
I just won't. You know what I mean? Just so you know. Yeah.
We got some chicken. We got some shad out. The shad is not fresh. It's frozen stuff. But that's my mission tomorrow is to stock up some fresh bait.
You got that feather shad, ain't you?
Yeah. I forgot who it was. Somebody said they seen a chicken swimming. So. Yeah, folks, got off work earlier today, and the weather's absolutely gorgeous. So, and I hadn't been fishing in like 2 weeks, so I was fiending. Gonna give it a shot today, get some bait tomorrow, and get ready for Mark's 1 versus 1 tomorrow. I'm in Sunday's bracket, so I'm gonna get some fresh bait, and me and Josh Dunnigan will be out in the river Mississippi Sunday. So. Yeah, I'm ready to get back out on that wing dive and everything, get kicking hard.
We got to get down there on the backside of that island. You'd like it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right across from Menard.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Looks good.
No, Matt Rob was actually out here. He was in the neighborhood. What are we, about 30 miles from home?
Yeah.
We're about 30 miles from home. I was on my way from a job. I just got done early today, and I came up this way, and I did some fishing. Rob was in the neighborhood actually taking. He's off today too. He was taking some pictures. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Step in here and say hello, Mark. Look who's with me, Mark.
How's it going, Mark?
Yeah, I was calling Rob. I was driving home, and I swung here, and Rob said, "Well, heck, I'm pretty close to there. I'll swing in there and give it a shot." So, yeah, this is the Merrimack River. It's you get up in the upper stretches of this thing, phenomenal smallmouth place. Then you go up farther yet, you get to where they stock trout in one of the arms, and you'll get trout. Like, I'm sure there's trout get washed down this far,
Yeah.
but most of them probably stay in the upper stretches. Yeah, they say this Merrimack is the damn. Need some more professional advice? Good choice.
Wow.
Uh, they say that the Merrimack River is the most dangerous river in the United States.
You get up around Sullivan, St. Clair, it's no
Yeah.
joke.
They said
St. Louis County even.
Yeah.
It's killed a lot of people.
Yep, there's been more people drown in this river than any river in the United States, they say. Off the rib, what's going on? I appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, never tried this spot, and we're going to give it a shot. And I was really shocked how swift the current was in this thing. I originally set up about 80, 90 yards from here, and I threw 12 ounces of lead out, and it would not stick. So we moved up. I moved up by 89 yards. I'm in a pocket right here. It's kind of a scour, a little bit of a scour hole, and it's not real deep here. But with the warmer weather, maybe some of these cattle come up the river out of the Mississippi. So. Mark, you would love this river. There is some giant flatheads caught in this thing every year. And when noodling was still legal in Missouri, there's a bait shop just up called Dunn Sporting Goods, and they got a picture board of numerous 40s, 50s, 60-pound flatheads. Guys have noodled out of this river.
Plus, there's nobody from Illinois on here.
There used to be a bait store right up the go up that way just up the hill. Used to be a bait shop. I always threatened to stop in, and I never did. I was just telling Rob I should have bought a night crawler. Could be a good spot to catch some multi-species here.
Shoot, back when that thing was open, you get shot in there.
Yeah, we're in a pretty actually kind of a. Mark said I used to like Rob.
Oh no.
We're in Jefferson County, and we're not too far out of St. Louis, and it's sketchy. It's not one of these spots you want to come out at night if you're not packing. We're gonna give it a couple, 2-3 hours, maybe see what happens here. Like I said, the confluence, the Mississippi's not too far from me. I kind of kicked telling Rob I may end up bringing my kayak up here this summer and go down there where the mouth of this thing empties into the Mississippi. Hey, Boo Rocka, how we doing? Be nice today. I actually probably should went crappie fishing.
Yeah.
I still may end up doing that. If this don't pan out in a couple hours, I may still grab my stuff and go try get some crappie. I need to show you that little pond out there in V Road. It's on that public ground.
Go over to Legion and catch some of them cold water carp.
Yeah, some trout. I know there's been a lot of people catching them, but I went over there one time this year, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's about all I wanted to mess with it.
They was lined up pretty good over there yesterday.
I bet last couple days there'll probably be a bunch of them out there.
Yeah.
The next day or so, the warm weather. But tomorrow I'm gonna kick back. I'm gonna watch March 1 versus 1. And as soon as that's over, I'm going to grab my throw net and I'm going to go get some fresh bait for Sunday. Thing pretty tender yet?
Oh, yeah. They said you hit it on everything.
Hey, Dominic, how we doing, buddy? Kind of a weird feeling fishing here because I'm used to fishing in the middle of nowhere. And we're literally just right on the outskirts of St. Louis where we're at.
Feel like one of the Potomac River boys.
Yeah. Yep. Being this close to civilization. Heck yeah, Dominic. Hopefully you can get into some. I tuned in the other night when you went live, but I had to get up early. I didn't get to watch you all the way through. Did you end up doing any good, Dominic? And this river, it's on a drop too, like everything else. And this thing has usually got really real pretty color to it. Like I said, you get further up in this stretch of this thing, it is a phenomenal smallmouth fishery.
Boat coming up the river, I think, against this bank over here.
Oh, I didn't see a boat. Did you see any boat trailers?
There was I did. There's
Okay.
only one up there.
Might have to crank a couple lines in so old boy come there getting ready to anchor.
That's good for the lower unit.
Hey Eddie, how we doing? Alvin, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we're at the Flam City SS, right out of Festus, Missouri, which is, I mean, we're still pretty much in St. Louis yet, but
Festus 30 miles away.
it is, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, that direction.
Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold.
So we're yeah you got Crystal City, everything else is closer. Barnhart. Yep. They actually had a little more. I had to stop in down to get some stuff, kept stuff the other day, and I actually had a little bit better selection, but just still ain't got no quality hooks though.
I'll tell you what, I can't believe they ain't open on Sundays anymore.
Mondays either.
Yeah.
Sundays and Mondays were closed.
Tell you what, old Dean, he pays them kids that work there pretty good though.
Yeah.
He always has.
I'm on fishies. I was kind of hoping maybe a blue cat will come up and maybe come in here so we're so close to the river, but I would say getting a channel cat here be definitely could happen.
Shed flipped in it.
Okay. You can probably take a throw net, throw right next to that bridge. You probably get all. I mean, that boat ramp. Probably get all kind of shad and stuff. What's going on, Steve Mosley? This thing is not real wide, but it's a. This river goes for miles. I mean, just absolutely miles, and it gets really scenic. You'll get into some really wild country in the upper stretch of this thing. And this this part of the river, you can run the prop boat, but you get another, what do you figure, another 15, 20 miles up this river, you got to start jet driving it, wouldn't you think?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you go about another 15 miles up the river, you're going to have a jet drive to run this river. Because when it gets up that far, they classify it as what we call here in Missouri as the Ozark Stream. I was going to head to the Mississippi, but I think, well, by the time I got home, got everything together, I wouldn't have much time before dark, so I figured stop here. I've been wanting to try here for a while anyway, but I didn't anticipate the current being as swift as it was here. Well, Dominic, I hope you get into some fish. I got 2 rods baited up with shad chunks and another one with a piece of chicken. See what happens. After work tomorrow, hope it's nice when I get off. Steve, I don't know about your part of the country, but tomorrow evening is when the rain, I think, is going to come in. And we looked like we was going to have good weather for our 1 versus 1 Sunday. But I think we're going to end up having to put rain gear on for a little bit. I mean, the chance of rain is not real crazy high, but we'll definitely be having to put rain gear on, I think. So, but I feel good about where we're going to be fishing Sunday. So, Bullets and Barbecue. That's an awesome handle right there.
I like that.
That's a pretty awesome name. This is kind of a tough time of year to fish because you normally the river's on a crazy rise right now around here, but we're actually on a pretty severe drop.
You might be running lines.
That's what I'm wondering. He's only just kind of easing up along that, but he's staying over in that far bank, trying to stay out in that deeper, staying in that current, you know. Yeah, not even like, I don't know, a month ago, before we got all the rain and snow melt, you could walk out probably 50, 60 yards out in front of me and it'd be just a gravel bar. And it was just not much of a channel at all going through there. Dominic, that was awesome. You're able to still go to the place where you caught your first fish. I kind of remember if I caught my first fish, but man, I was just a little snot. I think it was Sling Creek.
Probably.
And I'm pretty sure it was a goggle eye, I think. First thing I ever caught was a goggle eye. Bulls Barbecue. I am in Missouri, southeast Missouri. I'm out of a little town. We're about 70 miles south of St. Louis. What state you out of, Bullets and Barbecue? Well, I'm gonna tell you what, that old boy was out in the river with that boat. He's plumb crazy.
Oh, it's plenty of boat.
Boy, he's fighting that current.
You know damn good well you and me both put a kayak in here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, here in a little bit, guys. There's gonna be a boat coming in Pennsylvania. Okay. First fish for YouTube. That is awesome. I got an old boy coming up here in a little. What do you figure that is? Rob, about a 12-footer?
Maybe 14.
Maybe. Little bitty John boat.
No, that's definitely a 12.
Yeah.
We got plenty of motor on it.
Oh yeah. Old boy and a little 12-foot John coming up along this far bank, and I mean that he's giving it all it'll get got.
Is that 25?
That's what I'm thinking. A little 25 horse. What's that, an old Johnson? What's going on, Brad? I got off early today. We had to go do a little scaffold job out of the way, and we got it knocked out early. And I just happened to have. I figured we was gonna get done early today, so I threw my gear in, and I'm on on the Merrimack River giving it a shot. Yeah, Brad's in the same type of line of work I'm in. He does scaffold for a living. Killed deer. They like these little gravel bars.
Oh, yeah.
Say. You guys doing good?
No, we wasn't really fishing, just out joyriding mostly. There you go.
Good day for it.
You any luck?
Just got here.
Yeah.
So. Hey, Tanya, how we doing? I said we're trying a new spot. Really, I think boy, you got land, Rob. You probably get some pictures here. I got my buddy Rob from Mo Creek with me. And he's got his camera and he's taking some pictures and stuff. And he's got a killdeer bird flying around here. He's gonna try and get some pictures over here. Get him. Man, you did. Holy crap.
He stole him like a shotgun, man.
Man, that camera's bad as a bone. No, Boseburg, they were out joyriding. They were just kind of enjoying the day. They was kind of messing around. Cause like the spot we're in, the mouth of the Mississippi is about a half mile down the river, and you can run down there to the mouth, and there's no bank access. So I want to come up here and fish this, but I'm gonna put my kayak in. I'm gonna paddle down here. I'll probably wait until the water temperature start getting in the upper 50s, the 60s. Because might have a good chance at a flathead down there. No, Chrissy, not yet. We've been here about a little over 20 minutes. Like I said, this kind of a trial run at this spot, so. But it'd be one of these spots I think a guy could probably do really good at night. Get some of them catfish coming out of the Mississippi, start coming out in this arm to feed. Bullet's barbecue. I've got some shad and some chicken. Bad thing about the shad, it's some frozen stuff I had put back. But tomorrow, that's my game plan tomorrow, just to go out and stock up on some fresh bait. So we're in Mark from Catfish Coffee 1 versus 1 Sunday. So I want to get some fresh bait for that. So I'm going to try to get some fresh carp, fresh shad, and maybe try to get a few bluegill too. What's going on, Mike's Fishing Home? Got a bump on this outside rod. I got a big shad head on that outside rod, and it got popped a couple times. So that's encouraging. Boy, y'all, it was an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. Anglerville, how we doing? Yes, it's always fun to try a new spot. Like I have fished this river, but way in the upper stretches for like smallmouth and white bass and some walleye, but never have messed with this thing too much for catfish. But there are some big, big cats caught out of this river, especially flathead. This is a really, really good flathead river. Like this other bank that's full of big riprap. Yeah, I got something. He's still working on that. He's still working on that outside rod. Not hitting it very hard, but one is hitting it. Got a pretty good size. Hey, what's going on, Art? But I got a pretty good size shad head on that outside rod. That's on that Mad Cats. So we'll have to let him load it up if he gets serious about it. Art, no, sir. I just let's see. We've been here. Well, big right at a half hour, and just got a little hit on the outside rod here, but no fish yet. Like I said, I've never tried this spot, so this is kind of a learning experience. And but plus, we're also dealing with a falling river, so that could be. And if you get on Navy Onyx on this river, it shows absolutely nothing. The only thing it does show a little. The only spot it does show is right here the boat ramp to my left. It does show a little spot, but you look at the whole entire river, no, nothing comes up at all on Navy Onyx. Bulletin Barbecue, what kind of rod holders is that? That is my buddy from Rob Mo Creek. He custom made these things for me. I needed something heavy duty for. I do a lot of my fishing in the Mississippi. them big blues and stuff, and I needed something that would hold up. Cause man, almost every dang store bought rod holder I ever bought just folded up like a cheap piece of trash. And so Rob made that these hang out some gas pipe and some heavy duty steel. If they are heavy duty enough if a grizzly bear ever attacked me, I could probably beat him to death with it.
That'd be fun to watch.
Hey, what's going on, El Gato? Y'all, you have to check out El Gato's. Like he has been putting on some phenomenal live streams. He did one this past week. Had over 900 pounds of fish in the boat. Oh yeah, he's down in Texas. Goddamn Rob. He had a couple. They had a couple of does out in the 40s, and they were just nailing. I mean, 20s and 30s. Just
Where's you fishing at in Texas?
that I don't know. It's one of the lakes down there.
Well, you gotta narrow it down. That place is full of lakes.
El Gato, where do you fish down in Texas, buddy? What's going on, Dale? Oh yeah, like his last 3 or 4 lives. Oh my gosh, he has put on a show. Well, that's like us Jeremy Tournament Cats and his brother Swamp Dog. They have been catching some tanks lately. Art, yes, it is Rob from Oak Creeks. Art was saying though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rob had to be in the neighborhood. Not too far from we were talking on the phone. Said I was going to swing in there and try this spot, and he said, "Well, I'm pretty close by." And he was out taking some pictures today. He was off work, and so he swung in there and shoot the breeze with me. And
I come up here to keep him out of trouble, Art.
see that little duck,
Yeah.
little elder.
I ain't got the lens for that.
No, he's cruising, boy.
He's ripping through there.
Yeah. Art says, "Hey,
Hey.
had a bump on that outside rod. It popped it 2 or 3 times, and that's the one I got sitting out there in the channel.
That's a shad?
Yep, that big shad head.
He grabbed that arrow. The second guy I know to grab it.
Yep.
That fish arrow.
Yep. I need to restring my bowfish rig. Just man, it's a quick way to get some bait. You know?
Oh yeah.
Lavon, Twauk, Louisville, and Tacoma Lake.
Last I fished Texas was Tawakoni, just out of Dallas.
Oh my God! Last time I fished a lake in Texas was Lake Fork.
I got caught in a tornado in my kayak. That was fun.
Yep, I remember that.
Man.
That was a couple years ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then the last time I was in Texas, we was in Corpus Christi, and we put into Port Arkansas, and we went offshore. That was that was before I did the whole YouTube thing and everything. And holy cow, that is probably one of my most unreal fishing trips ever. Whisker Dreams, how we doing? I do have a couple of my buddies that fish this river and this stretch pretty good. And they say in the spring year they actually catch a lot of crappie in here. Here in another couple weeks, the white bass are going to start running hot and heavy up this thing. And you can sit there and just about anywhere in this river, you probably catch the snot out of them. I have to pull that one around and check it here in a little bit. I fish hit it a few times. The bad thing about using that frozen shad,
Come right off.
they'll come right off. They'll hit that thing. Like I said, tomorrow is fresh bait day. When do the suckers run? Usually about end of March. Yeah, by end of March. Yeah, we actually have a lot of creeks. Like I said, we're further south of this. We got a lot of real clear running creeks. And yeah, them suckers will run like crazy up in there. You can get them in them riffles and clean up. That's actually something else I need to get on, try to stock up some suckers, because a lot of the creeks around our place, oh my gosh, fresh cut sucker, you can't beat it for catfish. But I bet a guy could bring a can of corn down here and sit right here in this little pocket
Yeah.
and probably have a field day on carp. Okay, so our big fish season is coming to an end. Quick, guys. It's been a heck of a hell of a year. Yes, it has been a hell of a year for you, man. Ours is just beginning. Well, winter's always a good time, but we do really good uh, around April when that water temperature starts getting up in the 50s, and usually around first April, mid-April, you start getting them flathead once that temperature gets up in the 50s. And I'm gonna spend a lot more time this year targeting flatheads. Yeah, Whisker Dream. We have a red horse sucker, uh, hog nose sucker, and they call them mollies. Yellow sucker, and we do have some white sucker, but not very many. But red horse is our big one. We have, and the creeks down here are full of them. And some of the things, I mean, they get pretty good size. What's going on, Mad Catter? Looking forward to seeing you in Mendota this year. I don't know about I don't know about that, Mad Catter. I'm watching professional fish. Yeah, I'm gonna reel that Mad Cat and I'm gonna check that thing. It got popped a few times. The bad thing about using that frozen shad is just it don't take much to knock it off. my idea. Beach comb.
Yep.
Well, aren't they? They're about 4 foot long. But I got them jammed down the sand pretty good ways. First spot I set back, I had them jammed almost all the way down where the butt of the rods were touching the ground. But I do really like these rod holes though, because especially using these circles, I can just reach down and start cranking. I can just crank down on them while they're in the holders. Oh, whisker dreams, yeah, it's sucker, yeah. The creeks around our house, that's the one thing you can have shad, you can have bluegill, but if you have sucker, it will outproduce every time. And I'm gonna do a couple of videos this year. I'm gonna float the creeks around the house, and I get some small suckers that are only probably about 5 to 6 inches long, and I'll float them things under a cork around these log jams and these rock piles, and man, just catch all kinds of channel cat and stuff. And every once in a while, a nice bonus flathead. Old Palm sitting in a picture I did. I forgot it was from back in '95.
Yeah.
Me and him went bow fishing one time, and we had a pile of carp laying there. He said, "I forgot about that trip." And the wife's like, "God, you were so young." I said, "Yeah, I was young."
Yeah. Well, was.
Yeah.
It used to be a lot of stuff.
All right, Mike. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Yeah, I wasn't out of high school, but a couple years then.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yep. Like I said, that power plant, Merrimack power plant's right back there. Man, you're gonna see the giant bucks we see
Oh yeah.
cruise around here.
Yep.
And you're not supposed to hunt this right here, but there's guys that sneak in here all the time.
Oh sure.
One of the Ameren guys running right underneath the cold conveyor picked up a mat set last year. Probably 180 class gear.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Sand bass, and trophy catfish candy, but you're not supposed to use it here for bait. But that's kind of like bass, aka ditch pickles.
Yes.
The flatheads are quite fond of them, but you're not supposed to use them here either.
Sometimes you catch one and forget to take it off your hook though.
Yep.
Whoops.
I always get a kick out of watching Justin Johnson from Kayak Catfish.
Yeah.
He'll pull a big old slab crappie and he'll drop that thing, and people have a high speed come apart.
That's funny.
But it's legal in Tennessee as long as there's a length limit. You can use it. Like here in Missouri, you're not supposed to use live bluegill.
I think you catch it. If you catch it, you can't catch it on. You got to catch it on rod and reel, and it counts toward your limit too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Tennessee though.
Yeah. Because in Missouri, you're not supposed to use live bluegill over 3 inches. But come on now, you want big flathead.
The way I see it, if you ain't keeping the fish anyway, what difference does it make?
Yeah. But we use live, like bullheads, carp, all that stuff for flatheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come to this river in the summertime because we're so close. This thing's so close to St. Louis. There'll be people running up and down the thing, jet skis and everything else.
Yeah.
Which anymore is really sketchy to do because there's so many Asian carp, silver carp, big head carp in here. You'll get messed up.
It's funny watching them get smoked off a jet ski.
Oh man. Yeah, some of you guys are just coming to this river. I fish. First time I ever catfish right here. But this is the Merrimack River, and they say this is the most dangerous river in the United States for as far as people drown and stuff. And I'll be honest, I think one of the big reasons because it's so close to St. Louis, people will come in here and swim.
They got no sense being in there.
No, they don't understand how this current and these eddies will work. And there's people that drown all the time in here.
Well, plus, you get west of here, it's narrower, faster.
Oh,
more
yeah, the
root
current
clouds.
rips. You get up around like Eureka and stuff.
Yep.
It'll
pin you.
But the bad thing, you get up around Eureka, it's wider up there than it is here.
Right.
But it's like really fast moving water.
And Sullivan and St. Clair, that's where it's at.
Dominic, if you're going to come down and fish St. Louis, get a hold of me on Messenger or something, and I will be more than happy to take you out on one of them wing dikes or something I fish. You just get a hold of me when you come down this way, and we'll do some fishing.
Well, this beats old nasty cold weather all the pieces.
Oh my God! Well, bad thing. I think next week it's supposed to get back. I mean, it's not going to get like cold, but
right.
It's still here. It's going to get back to more seasonal temperatures. You
keep it about 30, you're all right. Especially this time of year.
About time to start thinking about some pre-spawn bass.
Yeah.
Getting out some of the big old sow bass. Late February, March, I've caught some of the biggest. I guess some of my biggest largemouth bass of the year on those months.
My biggest was in February, believe it or not, and it was on Apple Creek.
Really?
Right down there by the bridge.
Valentine's Day. Biggest one I caught.
25 and a quarter long, largemouth. That was a hog.
Try some with one rod here. I thought it got bumped earlier, but I wasn't sure.
Six pounder. A little bit of water there.
I was just thinking. Up in there,
Yeah.
Well, this be a kind of spot of flathead.
Mm-hmm.
Going to spawn, so how that whole thing, flathead be tucked up around there. Hey, what's going on, Ernie? Ernie Robb was in the neighborhood, and Rob's actually standing here at my left. Got old Ernie Brown.
What's up, Ernie? Hope you and Chrissy's doing well.
And Chrissy's in chat too.
Hey, Chrissy. See you go stronger.
Kind of looks that way, don't it?
Ain't surely not up there. That's what. Yeah. Take a look at it.
Looks like a broad be a
Yeah.
thing, old boys. Just beachcombing.
Ain't that same guy though? He went up the hill. Maybe.
Get to mess around and look at these rocks. You probably find all kinds of lead and stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm good on lead.
Yeah, I've got enough lead in this backpack to kill a horse.
We took that tugger apart at work, and the counterweight on that thing was 6,000 pounds. Guess what was in it?
Lead.
All lead plate.
Really?
6,000 pound of lead.
Wow. I gotta get a bank. I gotta get a sinker mold. I got all that lead sitting in the house. I need to melt down. Hey, what's going on, Ernie? Ernie, I'm not sure, buddy. It's just we're fishing. It's the Merrimack River. We're fishing, and we're only like a half mile from the mouth of the Mississippi. It is not real deep here, and the current is ripping right here. Which this time of the year, I'm not fond of like crazy swift current. The water temperature's still pretty cool. But I think in the summer, if it was like this would be a heck of a spot.
Yep.
Them blues would be up here just cruising up in a swift current. But it was on the way home from work. I figured I'd give it a shot. We're seeing all kind of little shad stuff flipping out there.
Crappie fishing right
Yeah.
here. That's what we ought to be doing.
Oh, I think a guy, the Ned rig or something bouncing around that boat ramp. You could pick some bass up right here. Yeah, these little feeder creeks coming off rivers come off the river can be bass fishing can be phenomenal. You catch it right. Hey, what's going on, Captain Heroes? Man, nothing yet. Like I'm trying a new spot here. It's the Merrimack River. I'm like literally just outside the city limits of St. Louis. I was on my way home, and I kind of figured I was gonna get off early today, so I threw my gear in. So I'm just giving it a shot, trying this spot for the first time. Bulletin Barbecue, this outside rod, the Mad Cat. I've got 12 ounces of lead on that rod, and it's barely sticking. And the other two rods, I've got them throwed up a little shorter on the edge of that channel, and I've got 8 ounces on those. Yeah, Sean, we'll be back. I'll be back out of the river Sunday. We're in March one versus one. Me and Josh Dunnigan will be down around Cape Girardeau out there on his boat out on the river Sunday. So I'm pretty excited about that. We got a few places marked, a couple of shallow flats we're gonna try, and a couple of scour holes in the backside of these dikes we're gonna bounce around. And hopefully we can get on some fish. Haven't seen the cooler, Rob.
This fat boy's gonna go grab some lunch.
Right.
I didn't get this way by skipping meals. Took me a long time to build that.
I ate, I guess about 6 o'clock this morning. The last time I ate.
No, I'd be chewing somebody's face off right now. I get hungry, man. I ain't worth being around. I can do that when I'm working. When I ain't, nope.
Yeah, that's like I said. I'm getting pretty hungry now. I'm gonna give this a couple, 2 or 3 hours, see what happens, and we'll. Like I said, I may end up pulling the rods in here after a little bit and try to get home and go hit one of the crappie ponds around the house. I know them suckers are probably hitting.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Talk to Docker though. He's been with the ice out and everything. He's been struggling this week.
Yeah, yeah. That's a fish catching fool.
That says something. When he's struggling, that's telling you something.
That is a fish catching fool.
Yes, it is.
I'll get with Dad here when he gets lined out again, and we'll get down there that slab hole.
Oh man, definitely.
I like him 18-inch crappie.
Yeah. Won't be 2 months long. Kincaid will start kicking up.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Brian B? Brian has them guys. They've been on fire lately. I'm telling you, the bite has been just crazy for you guys.
We just put the boat in and run from here up to Fenton, 16 miles up there.
When you get up there by what is that? That quarry you get back in there?
Simpson Quarry.
Huh?
Simpson Quarry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get back in there. There's some good fishing up in there. There's that lake, or whatever. You can get back in there. And
yeah.
There's some deep. Well, as a matter of fact.
Up there by George Winter too.
Yep, George Winter.
Yeah.
There ain't much. I guess there is some bank assets up there, ain't there?
It's kind of tough because of the marinas and stuff. They give you a hard way to go. It used to be. I don't know anymore.
I know. Oh my gosh! I guess it was about 4 or 5 years ago. A couple guys I was working with, they were snagging for spoonbill up there, and Dano snagged a 60-something pound flathead.
Woo.
And pulled it up. What's going on, Greenwell?
Hey, Mike. Well, dude, I'm gonna hit it.
All right, brother. You be good, safe.
Time's getting me. Oh wow, it's only 2:00.
Is it really?
Yeah. 10 till. Always time to go this fast at work.
Oh, I know it.
Crazy. Like dog years up there, you know.
Yeah. Greenwell, who you fishing against in Mark's 1-versus-1 in the first round?
Did he get picked?
Yeah.
How about that?
He got picked. Yeah. Greenwell finally got picked.
He didn't get wheel bit. What did he have? Like 5 in a row that time?
Yeah, he just couldn't. Well, Greenwell just put out a heck of a video. They were fishing a lake, a flooded lake, and it came out yesterday, and he caught some dandies. Yeah, I should have bought a box of crawlers down here. They makes me kind of curious what's in this little hole behind this
Yes.
boat ramp.
Yep. It's been a long time since I've been here.
Dude, I come across this woods all the time working, and I never stop here. And I figured, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot.
You can't hurt.
No, I'd actually like to get in here when the river starts coming up this spring.
We used to put in here and go down to the river. That's just I use this boat ramp, but fishing here it's probably been 20 years.
Well, I know this spot when the river's doing like high water stage.
Yep.
This is a good spot. I know a lot of guys do really well in this area when it's up. I mean, you're
fighting that drop too.
Yeah. Well, right here be the spot to
Oh yeah, right
just
in
drop the bait right here in this ditch we're sitting in.
All right, dude.
All right, bud. Be good.
Tell Marcia I said it.
Definitely, brother.
What was that? Tell Marcia I said it.
All right, brother.
See, buddy.
Be good.
What kind of underhanded shit was that?
Yeah, my buddy from Rob from Mo Creek was just down here. He was in the neighborhood. He swung in there because we live south of here. But like I said, I was on my way home working. I wanted to try that spot. So, and he was in the neighborhood taking some. He's big into photography, and he taking some pictures and stuff. So he was swung by here and see how I was doing. Not sure how long our fish got. I mean, we got a little overcast coming in. Might get a little bit longer, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling this spot or not. I would like it a lot better if I had my kayak, because I could kind of move around and look at some spots. The main channel in this little bitty river is on that far bank. That's where the main channel. That's the deepest part of this thing over there. And I can cast, but I can't quite reach that over there. And the only problem is, like, being where this is, like this little boat ramp area is the only place public access is allowed. Everything over there is privately owned. So, yeah, that sinker. I just threw that rod out. Sinker's kind of bouncing. At Cast Owls, how we doing? Yeah, that sinker's kind of picking up. Like I said, the current's really, really swift right here. Yeah, next time I come here, I'm going to bring my kayak so I can go, I think, farther down, closer to the mouth where the Mississippi is. Well, y'all can't beat this weather for March, 1st of March like this. It's well, supposed to reach 60 today. And I think this weekend it's going to be like in the 60s, maybe 70s. But we do have a bunch of weather coming in, so that's the only bummer about it. But y'all, spring is right around the corner. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm so excited. Boy, I had a couple bumps on that one rod, and so far that has been it. So far, you guys. And I pulled this rod over here. I pulled in this slacker water right here, thinking maybe a channel cat or something might be in there. But so far, no, nothing's bumped it yet. Here the next few weeks, I may try to do a live up on the Missouri River. I'm working up in that area, and that's probably another 40 miles from here. But it's pretty close to one of the areas I'm working in. I may try to get up on the Missouri River and do some catfishing this year too. I've been this close to the Mississippi though. I really think. Well, I know there's some blue cat come up in here. My way of thinking today was been warmer the last few days. Maybe some of them blues move up in these feeder creeks and rivers. But the only thing that's hurting us is we're dealing with a falling river condition. It's not time falling river, then the fish will move out of these smaller rivers and back into the main channel. It wouldn't take me so long to get there, guys. I'd pack up and head to the Mississippi, farther closer to home. But by the time I drove there, got set up, it'd be too late in the evening. I didn't. I mean, a lot of you guys are in here watch all my lives and stuff. I do mostly river fish for blue cats and whatnot. But would you guys be interested in seeing me go after some channel cat? Maybe in some of the local lakes I've got around the house. That's kind of something I've been kicking around doing this year. Maybe trying to fish some of the lakes. I do have a lake near home that's got some really nice channel cat in it, and I don't fish it too much because usually I'm always on the river. But if you guys would like to see me do a live stream here, a couple live stream this year after channel cat, let me know. I'll definitely I'll make it happen. Okay, look, guys, it's warmed up. I am going to come out of my hoodie. My jacket, rather. Well, it's been a while since I fished, since I've been able to fish in a t-shirt. Come on, kitty, 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 kitty. What gets any warmer? Guy can wear some shorts out here. And I'm looking forward to like Sunday when we got that 1 versus 1. It's supposed to be like a high of 68, I think. And if it wasn't for the rain and stuff, heck yeah, I'd definitely be in a pair of shorts Sunday. But I think we got some thunderstorms and some stuff, so probably gonna be spending most of the day fishing in rain gear. Yeah, there's gonna be some good matchups this weekend. March 1 versus 1. Gonna be some really, really good matches. There ought to be a lot of fish caught. I think the next couple weekends. Let's see. Let me think here, Rob. I think I'm good, buddy. I just picked up some stuff from there the other day. I think I'm good, buddy. Unless I got a prawl for a Garcia 7,000. That'd be great. I need to replace the prawl on one of my 7,000s. It's starting to get wore down. I already turned it around, but it's getting wore out. I'm gonna have to order one, but and I don't think Dunn's probably carry the prawl, but that'd be great if they did. I mean, it's only like a $3 part, but usually something you got to order though. I know Abbott Fisherman. He was gonna go live today. I'm kind of curious if he's doing any good. I know early this morning. Uh, oh gosh, it was 5 o'clock this morning. I know Jody and Kaz, they were live early this morning. I know Jody's going against Porch. Hey, damn, what's going on? Try a new spot, bud. Green Machine. I've never fished here. It's a tributary off the Mississippi. It's the Merrimack River, and so far it has been nothing. It's been really, really slow. I got off work and had my gear with me, and I just swung here to try this spot. But so far, it is not. Nothing is. Nothing's happening. But I believe the Merrimack here, it's falling at a rate of almost 6 inches about every couple hours. So it might definitely gonna be tough. You guys have to check out. If you haven't checked out Green Machine and them guys at like Wednesdays, he does it live, and them guys up in the Potomac area and the Jamesburg, they have been on fire lately. I mean, just the amount of fishing guys have been catching lately has just been crazy. What's going on, Aaron? Aaron, I'm trying a new spot here, buddy. It's the Merrimack River I'm on, and then it's literally right on the city edge of the city limits of St. Louis. And I swung in here as on one of these spots. I swung in here after getting off work, and so far it's nothing's happened. But this river is really, really low right now. But I do believe once this thing starts warming up a bit, this spot definitely has some potential. Just oh my gosh, I guess it's been a few years back. Noodling or hogging catfish was still legal here in Missouri, and there's a bait shop not too far down the road, and they got one of them bragging boards. And a lot of the local guys used to come into this particular river around these rock banks and these boat ramps, and there's sunken cars in here. And some of the flatheads, them guys would noodle out of here. I mean, there were some giants in the 50, 60-pound range. Some guys would get out of this thing. God, I mean, I know this thing is a heck of a flathead river, but water temperature is still really cold. It's still like in the low 40s yet. The river temperature is. Yeah, Aaron, I hadn't been able to get to. I said I did 3+1. Me and Josh did 3+1 tournament. What was that? Last weekend? No, weekend before. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I done a live stream. And I was telling my wife, yeah, I get off work, I'm gonna go live. Honestly, I should have went to the Mississippi. What I should have done, but I pass over this river all the time, and I've been wanting to give this thing a shot. So I should have bought me some spinning equipment with some spinners and small crankbaits because the white bass should be making their spawning run here very, very shortly. They'll start running up these little rivers and stuff. And man, if you guys have never messed with white bass, them things are a blast on light tackle. Hey, what's going on, Chris? What's going on, buddy? And I was telling these guys earlier, this little bitty river, when I first got down here, I was looking at it. I mean, looks like it got a little current, and I put on 6 ounces of lead, hit the bottom instantly. It just sucked it right to the bank. So I went up to 8 ounces. Still didn't hold when I got out of the main channel. So I've got 12 ounces of lead on the Mad Cats, and it's barely holding. So small as this little river is, it has got some serious current. And I'll be honest, it's a lot more current I like dealing uh, with this time of the year when the water's kind of cold. But I'm kind of thinking, it's warmer today. Maybe some of these cats will move up out of the Mississippi up into this arm. Just ordered 2 smash rods. Just gotta find a purple reel. Let me think here. Aaron, if you check the Garcias out, I want to say it's the Striper special. They got a purple 6500 series reel that's in purple. or it's the Abu Garcia Rocket. I think you can get them in purple. And I love my Garcias. All three of my reels right here are 6500s. Yeah, I think you can order them Pro Rockets. I think you can get them in purple, and I'm pretty sure the Striper Special, you can get them in purple. And I do know the Carp Special Abu Garcia, you can get them in green. Ancient Mariner, okay, okay. Yeah, I wanted to get another a while back, but before I got these two 6500s black ones, I was wanting to get another orange 6500 series for my rods to match the Uncle Lou's, but nobody had them in stock, so I ended up going with these black ones. I'm gonna get a couple more 7000s this year for some of my main river fishing. I've thought about trying some of those Ancient Mariners and some of the Cascades and stuff, but I'll be honest, guys, I've used Garcias for so long, and they've done me so well, and I'm one of those guys that gets set in his ways, and it's just hard for me to switch brands, you know. But now, when I bass fish or carp fish, I love Lou's reels. What's going on, Dockery? Oh, Dockery, why would you do that to me? Well, Doctor, I promise we're gonna give her hell. That's for sure. Me and Josh have been talking, and the spot we're gonna be fishing down around Cape Grotto. We're gonna be out in Josh's boat on the Mississippi, and that is a outstanding stretch of river. There's been some big fish caught in that stretch. I mean, just in probably the I don't know 8 mile area, right around that boat ramp. There's several wing dike, 2 or 3 feeder creeks, a couple big canals that come in. So we definitely have the options, you know. So we're gonna get out there a little early Sunday and try to locate the fish before we get them. I think the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try to get on some shallow flats because these warmer temperatures hopefully will move these fish up into some shallow water for us. I think that's gonna be our first move Sunday. But tomorrow, my game plan, get up, I'm gonna watch the first round of 1 versus 1. Then I am gonna go out and get some fresh bait. Yeah, I'll spend most of the tomorrow afternoon with my throw net, getting some fresh carp, some shad, because everything I've got right now is frozen. So I want to get some fresh bait for Sunday. James, I was saying about a smart man, I would have went crappie fishing. Who knows? I may even give this a little while longer, and I may end up shutting this thing down and head home. And I've got a couple ponds close to home, and try to get on some crappie. Yeah, Doctor, with spring turkey season coming up, I may end up your neck of the woods and some of that public ground up there and try to get on some turkeys up there because it's the areas I hunt down here. The turkey population is not that great. I mean, it's been a struggle trying to find birds the last couple of years. So I may end up in your neck of the woods and some of that public ground, try to get on some birds. Yeah, Doctor, you just missed it. Rob was here for a little bit. He was in the. I was on my way home from work, and I stopped in this spot. I've never fished here before, trying it, and he was in the neighborhood. He was off today, taking pictures, uh, and stuff. He was out just doing getting some photos, and he swung by. He was here for a little bit, shooting the breeze with me. That's what I tell him all the time, James. But he always did give me crap. Hopefully, dang, with the ice off, James, the water start warming up for you, and the bite will pick up. We were just talking about you were saying. I know you've been struggling the last couple of days since ice out, and that says something. When you're struggling, trying to find crappie, you know the bite's off. Could have probably went to one of the local lake down around home. They do that trout stocking, which I'll be honest, I'll do it once or twice, and I have fun when I do. But I get bored with the trout pretty easy. Unless I'm sight fishing for them, then if I'm gonna like Montauk or Bennett Springs or somewhere, I get the sight fishing. I like doing that. I really like doing that. But even that, dang, wow. Well, yeah, you just had that ice out. I imagine the water's probably kind of murky and probably still crazy cold. I know some of the guys around home, around here, they've been doing pretty good on crappie the last couple of days around here. So, like I said, I may give this a little while longer and run home, grab my ultralight box and go hit a little local pond. I found some public ground I do some hunting on. I stumbled onto last year, and I fished it one time, late last fall. It just absolutely cleaned up on the crappie. Rod knockers, no. Like I said, I'm trying. I'm on the Merrimack River here. I mean, literally in the city, just right outside of St. Louis. I've never fished here. The river is it's pretty low, and I got some really, really swift current. And this time of year, if I'm not, I just don't feel like them blues are going to be as cooperative. in this swift current. But I think the guy can come in here in another month or so when it warms up, and this spot could be good. I'm only like a half mile from where the Mississippi comes in, so more snow, James. Dang. Yeah, I know it's supposed to drop back down to. I know here it's supposed to get back down to the 20s uh, during the night and stuff. A couple days, and yeah, winter ain't quite ready to be over with. Yeah, I think me and Josh Sunday, even after March 1 versus 1, when we're done fishing, as long as the weather don't run us off the river, we're probably gonna go ahead and we'll probably keep fishing uh, Sunday for a while. Try to take advantage of it while we can before the crap weather comes back in. Yeah, this time of year around here can be, or like even up in James part of the woods, because it's the weather just constant up and down. It gets warm, gets cold, and it just messes these fish up all just crazy. Yeah, you're right. We had so much freaking ice and sleet last week. Then, well, not yesterday, but the day before, it was 77 degrees down here. But I know it's probably 60 now here, and it's supposed to get up in the mid 60s this weekend. And then that front comes in Sunday night, and it's just gonna drop again. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the that front coming on Sunday night gets some fish feeding heavy Sunday, where everything gets knocked to crap. Hopefully, get on some big ones. All right, James. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Like I say, I don't know how much longer I'll might give another half hour. This is might ain't been that great here, and I may end up relocating somewhere. I may get on my Google Earth and look around, see if I can find another spot fish on the way home. Well, I figured at least a channel cat would pester me. Maybe had that one little bump earlier, a couple little bumps earlier, and that was it. try something here, guys. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but put a piece of fresh bait here real quick, and we're gonna. Through the boat ramp. Oh, just a little ways from it. I walked out on the end, and I swung that rod. I gave me a little more distance, and was able to get this mad cast out in that main channel. So, yeah, Matt, there's all kind of little shad and stuff messing around. I was telling Rob when he's here, I should have brought some night crawlers along, because there is a little pocket right here, some water. It's real calm, and gosh knows what could be laying in there. Could be anything laying in there. Could you get in the upper, like I said, you get up in the upper stretch of this river, way upriver? It is a phenomenal smallmouth fishery, and that you can get into walleye too. And I have fished the upper stretches quite a bit for smallmouth and stuff, and had great luck. And that's something else I'm going to do a couple of videos this year. I'm going to get up there and do some smallmouth fishing this year and do some video. I'm definitely going to try this again before once the conditions, this river stabilizes, or else when it starts coming up, when it starts flooding this spring. Because could you go when it's high? Normally, when the river comes in, it'll be all the way level with these other banks over here. So I think this could be a great place to get into some fish when the river gets high, especially when it's really cranking. And what will happen when the Mississippi starts flooding, it'll push that water up in here, and the water actually get calmer up in here, and a lot of them big cat will come up in this river and up in here and feed once it starts to warm up. So, Matt, I am working. The job I've been working on for a while is right on the Missouri River. Right, I mean, literally, the power plant is like right on the Missouri River. And I was trying to find uh, bank access, but everything within like miles of where I'm working is private. So I'm gonna keep looking around, and I'm gonna be up there for a while, and I'm gonna try to find a spot where I can do some fishing up there. What's going on, Mike Turner? I just got off work early. Mike came down here and tried this new spot, see if it do any good. But so far, it's been a big old goose egg. If I would have known for sure I could have got a hold of some fresh bait, I would have went to the Mississippi. I've got some frozen shad, some chicken, but it's been froze for a little bit. Mike Turner, I'm actually on the Merrimack River. That's just a little south of St. Louis, and I've been crossing this river forever on the way back and forth to work. Cause I live 70 miles south of here yet, but I was working up here, and I came up with things. But you know what? I'm gonna stop in and give this thing a shot. So, but then the Missouri River, we're not too far from Labadie, Missouri, or around Eureka, Missouri. It's pretty close to where Missouri is, where I've been working. And I got some good friends of mine. They run that river all the time, bank lines, whatnot. And them boys have caught some giant fish on trout lines and stuff in there. I know last year, one of the guys caught a 90, and then one of the other guys, he caught one that was like 105 pounds on a trout line 2 years ago. Yes, it is, Mike Turner. Yes, it is. I'm only a half mile probably from the mouth of it, which I plan on once the temperature comes up and this water temperature starts getting into the it's in the 40s right here yet. But once that stuff gets up in the 60s, starts hitting the 60s, and this thing comes up a little bit, where it's not as swift right here, I'm gonna put my kayak in, and then I am gonna go down to where this thing empties into the river. That would probably be a heck of it. I love fishing these river mouths. What's going on, Freddie? Well, I hadn't been able to go fishing in a couple weeks. And I wanted to get out of my system. And no, Freddie, this is not where I'm fishing Sunday. This is a long way. Actually, probably I'd say from here, where I'm gonna fish Sunday is probably 100 miles. It's probably 100 miles from where I'm gonna be fishing Sunday. I'll be on the Mississippi Sunday. This little feeder creek, well, it's not creek, it's the Merrimack River. Ooh, yeah, Freddie. Yeah, that could be. Well, the only good thing, Freddie, I think a lot of around this part of the country, got a low pressure system coming in today tonight, so the fishing ought to be better tomorrow. I think. I know a couple guys that are fishing a big sanction tournament on the Mississippi tomorrow around Alton, Illinois, and they said they'd give me a scouting report uh, tomorrow night, kind of let me know what the river was doing. But I know Chad's going to be dealing with the same thing we're dealing with a fast falling river all week. Wow. Let's see. It was 30. It was 35 degrees this morning when I left for work, and now it's probably 60. So it's gonna be warm the rest of the day, and pretty warm tonight. And tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 60s, dang near 70 all day tomorrow. So Sunday when we fish, I'm hoping it'll warm some of them flats up in the river and get some of them cats up on them flats. But then Monday we got weather coming in again, and it's supposed to drop back down in the 20s uh, next week. So the weather's just been up, down, up, down. I only got like 40 something here yesterday, but then the day before that it was 70 something. And then like I said, winter's just it's not quite done here yet. So I know last year we had snow last year in March. The first couple weeks of March we had snow come in. Just remember, Freddie, if you win, you're gonna be in the doghouse, and if you lose, Mama's gonna give you so much grief. So storm here all week. Yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of leery about Sunday, Matt, when we're fishing. Because at first they were saying that the storms are going to hold off until the late afternoon, but it kind of looks like we may have spotty showers Sunday when we're fishing. So, hey, got rain gear. pretty sure Josh said he got a Bimmy top on his boat, so I'm gonna touch base with him tomorrow. So I gotta go get some fresh bait tomorrow. That's my main objective tomorrow is to get fresh bait for Sunday. Yeah, man, I know you're getting the same thing. Because you're not too terribly far from us, so I'm just ready for this weather to straighten out, though. Probably gonna give it about another 10, 15 minutes, y'all. Then I'm gonna shut her down. I think I'm gonna head home. I got a little bit of drive yet before I get home. And while I got daylight yet, I think I'm gonna grab my crappie gear and go hit a couple, either a local lake or a couple ponds, and see if I can't pull some crappie. Maybe get some bluegill that I can use for bait Sunday too. Yeah, man. I've seen several deer in the last few days. I've seen some bucks with still packing horns. But I took a walk. What was it Sunday? Took a walk Sunday on one of the spots I found. I hunt and I found two shed antlers. I found one in a creek crossing and I found one in a thicket. And my buddy found the side of one of the bucks. That's one of our hit list for bucks. That's an absolute giant. He found one of his sheds about a week ago. Southwest Iowa for Father's Day week. Let's see. Well, that's so far out, Mike. It's hard. It's too early for me to say anything. But if I'm not doing anything, yeah, heck yeah, that's a possibility. But I'd have to, like I said, that's so dang far out. Who knows what I'll be doing? Or the big problem with me is my work schedule. Like I was really wanting to go to CatCon last weekend, but I worked all weekend, wasn't able to make it. So next year I plan. I'm gonna make sure I make CatCon at least one of them anyway. Heck, I know Trophy Siggers, Big Mike, and them guys are having a YouTube get together in Tennessee in May. But that is the weekend we will be in Mendota fishing. It'll be a bunch of us, like Lyle Stokes, uh, Chad, uh, Donegan, be a lot of folks. I'll send you a picture of the buck that spooked last day, blew out. Oh man. Okay, Mike. Yeah, like I said, I have to see what my work schedule brings, because whatnot. And Yeah, Matt, I'm definitely going to start walking hot and heavy here in the next few days and start looking for shed antlers and start getting stand locations ready for next year. Well, this year, rather. I want to try one real tight to the bank for just a little bit. What about that temperature probably come up? Oh my gosh, probably. Shoot, just in the last. See, I've been here right at 2 hours now. I bet it's come up 15 degrees since I've been here, which is a good thing for the next couple of days. It'll get that water temperature up and hopefully that bite will pick up. That moved my bait fish up in some of the shallow water for me tomorrow. As long as the temperature stays gets up like it's supposed to, I should be able to get bait, fresh bait for Sunday, pretty easily tomorrow. Hopefully, I ain't got to drive all over the country trying to find bait. Folks, I think I'm going to shut this live down, and I may relocate somewhere later today. But I've still got I got another good little drive yet from up to home yet, and I may try to find somewhere closer to home fish. But if not, you have to check us out this weekend. March 1 versus 1. We've got Saturday, got a good bunch of folks fishing. Then I will be fishing Sunday. Me and Josh from Weekend Angle are going to be out in the Mississippi. That's where we're going to give it a shot. So, guys, appreciate everybody coming in and watching. Like I said, this new spot didn't exactly pan out, but it wasn't not as good as I expected it to be. It's not very deep, and the current is super, super swift here, which if the water temperature is better, it Probably be killer, to be honest with you. So, guys, thanks for coming in, and I will catch you guys in the next one.